Hey there, it's Daryl Olson. Welcome to my channel. And my next series of flies, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna enter this 5th annual fly tying challenge by Fly Fishers International. You can tie, the 4 fly options are a dry fly, an Adams, a wet fly, a March brown, a nymph, an all-purpose nymph, and a streamer, Lefty's Deceiver. And you can either tie each one of those flies, or you can enter the overall category where you got to tie each one of those 4 plus 1 for a tiebreaker. And they give you a recipe to follow and the materials, so that's a requirement for this fly tying challenge. So let's go ahead, and we're going to start off with the dry fly and an Adams fly, and we'll take a look and see what it looks like, and try to tie one up that I could be proud enough to send in for one of those categories. All right, bye. All right, here's this is my attempt on the Adams, and we're going to go ahead and tell you what materials I'm tying it in there, and they're pretty much what they are. They give you some deviations, so the material list that I'm going to provide you would be, I guess, legitimate for that. I'm going to use a dry fly hook in the size 14. That's the size they recommend tying for this contest. And it's just a standard dry fly hook. And I went ahead and debarbed. I don't know if that's a requirement, but and the thread I'm going to use is 72 Denier in black. You could use gray if you want, but the size of the thread is also mentioned in there, so this is the size thread they want you to tie with. And I'm going to take this back to where the barb of the hook used to be in this case. And then I'm going to take it forward. I'm going to follow the recipe the way they have it in the order. So the next material is some Grizzly hen for the wings. A lot of times people will use the tippets of a rooster thing. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw two off of that hen, and I'm going to measure them to be about a hook length. And I'll strip the feathers, so that's about that. And I'm going to do it on the other one. And then I'm going to take these feathers and I'm going to put them where they're curving away from each other. So that they will get some kind of a natural thing, and I think the tips look pretty good right there. Let them get them positioned. And I'm just going to tie those in with the tips going forward. And I'll cut that off. And we'll kind of build the body up a little bit. We want a tapered body. Lift those up. And there we've kind of got our little split right there. I'm just going to go ahead and do a figure 8 to help keep them. All right. Next we're going to take is a brown and Grizzly Hackle for the tail tips and to mix them up. And I'll strip them off. And we'll make them about hook length. I'm trying to keep them on top of the hook. And the recipe calls for muskrat or a synthetic gray. I'm going to use this Adams color. It looks brown there, but it's supposedly gray, of this Semperfli Kapok dubbing. And I like to turn my fly upside down when I'm dubbing. We'll build up a dubbing noodle. These fly tying contests are great ways for you to learn how to be consistent or make your flies look pretty if you're into that. Me, I'm more into the fish catching mode of them. I think I need just a touch more. Alright, now for the hackle. Again, it's going to be a Grizzly with a brown. And you know, you want that hackle to be like a hook gap and a half, somewhere like that. Well, unless you're doing a cast skills, maybe two hook gaps. And I'll put the stems kind of in between to help keep them. Spread apart a little bit too. And you can wrap them one at a time or wrap them together. And I'm going to put 2 wraps behind these wings. And then 2 wraps in front. I'm going to put a half hitch here. And then I'll trim these off. And I'll give it a 3-4 turn whip finish. A little clean up here. And there we have it. Adams dry fly. And I know it'll catch fish, but will it catch the judge's eye? That'll be it. All right. All right, I hope you found that interesting. Don't be afraid of trying the tie-in Adams with those wings like that, and have fun. If you want to consider, check out Fly Fishers International, their website, for the 5th annual fly tying challenge. And if you enter the 4 divisions, you can win a fly tying vise, and otherwise you get certificates and acknowledgement that you tied a great fly. All right, I'm Daryl, and we will see you on the water.